Hello friends, welcome to another video where I show you how art is simple and fun. In today's beginner-friendly tutorial style video, I show you how to do some amazing fruit doodles using brush pens in a few simple steps. Let's start with the papaya. We begin by outlining an oval shape that's a bit wider at the bottom and narrower at the top. I'm using two shades of orange for filling it in, a darker shade for the outer part of the flesh and a slightly lighter shade for the inner part. Then I'm using some green for the skin, and for the seeds I'm using my black fine liner to add some dots and also a little bit of an outline here and there, not too much, just use it sparingly. I just feel that using the black makes the drawing pop. So there's the papaya. Next we have the passion fruit. Let's start with a yellow circle for the pulp and fill it in, and then let's leave a bit of gap around this yellow circle and go in with our magenta or purple brush pen for the skin. So we are drawing another circle for the skin and slightly thicken it up to one side, a bit of purple lines here and there on the skin, and then I go in with my orange back into the pulp, and finally the black fine liner for the seeds and a little bit of outlines here and there. Next, let's do a lemon. So for the lemon, we start with an oval shape which has two pointed ends on either side, and we fill it in. You can leave a bit of a gap when filling it in with color to show a bit of highlight. Then finally some black dots and a little cross on the top where the stem goes. I'm also going to add two green leaves. I think the lemon's going to look really pretty with two leaves. And that's our lemon. Next, let's do blueberries. I'm using my dark blue brush pen to draw a little circle. While coloring it in, I'm leaving a bit of a gap for the highlight and the stem area. Same for the other berries. And then I go in with a bit of green for the stem area and add in a bunch of leaves as well. I think the blueberries will look more complete with a bit of greenery around them. I'm using a darker shade of green for the veins of the leaves. And finally, the black for a bit of outline here and there. There you go, that's our blueberries. Next, how about an orange? So let's start with an orange brush pen for drawing a circle. That's the peel of our orange. I'll just slightly thicken it up and then go in with a darker shade of orange for the segments inside. I'm just doing little triangular shapes and filling them in. You can leave a bit of negative space for a little bit of highlight here and there. And I'm going in with yet another darker shade of orange for a bit of dots here and there. And finally, the black fine liner for some outlines. Next, let's do a watermelon. So we start with a triangular shape. I'm using a magenta-ish color here. You can use a red as well. So I'm just filling it in and leaving a little bit of a white space for the highlight. Then I go in with a green for the skin, just a curved line. I'm using two shades of green here, a slightly darker one for some lines and the outline of the skin, and finally some black for the seeds. Next, how about some strawberries? I'm using my red brush pen here to draw a triangular shape and then filling it in, leaving a little bit of a space for the highlight. And then I go in with some green for the leaves and finally some black for the seeds and a bit of an outline. Next, let's do a pomegranate. It's one of my favorite fruits to draw. I start with an oval sort of shape, a little crown on the top, and inside we draw these two little compartments for the seeds. Filling in with some color, red for the outer area, and I'll be using some peachy shade for the compartments. And then we go in with our fine liner for some black seeds. So there's our pomegranate, but I think our pomegranate would look really pretty with some green leaves around it. So let's add that in. Our final fruit for this video is the pineapple. We start with a yellow oval, fill it in, and then some green for the leaves on top. And then I'm gonna go in with my brown brush pen to draw some scribbles really to show these spikes. And then finally with my black for a bit of outlines and some dots here and there for these spikes. And we're done with our final fruit. Now there, my friends, are all our fruit doodles for today. Aren't they pretty? Now to finish off today's drawing, I'm just gonna add a few leaves here and there, just looking at the drawing as a whole. I hope you enjoyed today's video and I'll see you next time.